Daniel MWIKA is an anthropology graduate currently working with the University of Nairobi as a research assistant in one of the university's projects.
So in my life growing up, I'm a very, very humble boy. A boy who's always been top in the class. Yeah, I've always been top in my class, all the way from nursery to primary to secondary, and yeah, campus as well. I really, really learn a lot from the people who are around me. So personally, I think my passion for volunteering emanates from my mother. So my mother, better part of me growing up, initially my mother was a hotelier, but she shifted her career from being a hotelier to being a counseling psychologist. So she's a counselor. So as part of being a counselor, she has done a couple of community projects and she has been a community health volunteer. So I grew up seeing my mom doing a lot of community volunteering, seeing people who are sick, especially patients who are HIV positive and cancer patients. So just being there for them, giving them counseling, and yeah, just taking care of themselves, especially psychological needs, really gaslighted me towards volunteering and seeing this as something that I can actually take up, and gain inspiration from. I'm currently a research assistant at the University of Nairobi in one of its projects called the TIMSI project, Tools for Integrated Management of Childhood Illnesses. Yeah, and I'm very, very passionate about volunteering, very passionate about humanity and charity. So anthropology, being the study of humanity, the holistic study of humanity, I wanted to understand more about people's way of life, what influences their decisions. Is it their culture? Is it their socialization? So basically how people interact and how people behave and how culture acts as how culture informs people's way of living. The course is really, really interesting. It is very holistic, so you get to understand different aspects of human life, the biological aspects, the physical aspects, the cultural aspects, the social aspects, the linguistic aspects, and also the applied nature, especially when it comes to day-to-day living. So in connection to my anthropology career, I am a qualitative research assistant, so the methods of research I use are the qualitative methods. So basically what we do is we are in a research study whereby we're trying to understand childhood illnesses and how to mitigate them, especially for children under 5 years old. So our key focus is on 3 counties, Kakamega, Kitui, and Uasin Gishu. So there's some tools that have been introduced in the facility, and we're trying to see if these tools are used and used in the right way, and even the health providers being taken for training on how to use the tools, will it mitigate these infections, these diseases, or more needs to be done? So in partnership with the county governments, these county governments and the MOH, we're able to inform on the intervention that is being placed in these counties. My former lecturers, who happen to be some of our research leads, they really provide mentorship to us, especially considering I'm a really fresh graduate. I really need these skills in research, these skills in fieldwork, and having an opportunity to research assist in a project this big has really given me the guiding stepstones towards a successful career in anthropology.
Since he loves volunteering, he has participated in a number of programs, including Heroes for Change, a volunteer program in Kenya that provides a platform for college students to effect change.
So I was in Heroes for Change in the 2nd cohort, not the 1st cohort. So while I was in school, right here at the University of Nairobi, I saw posters, heroes wanted, if you want to be a hero, send your details to this, then you apply. So yeah, I sent my details and I applied, and after a short while, I received a call. I had a telephone interview whereby they asked me about the program and my passion towards the program. First, they started asking about my interest towards charity, and that was a bit easy for me because I'm really passionate about charity, visiting children's homes, doing community cleanups, and I'm very passionate about charity. But now they ask me about charity, and then now they ask me what I know about the program. So luckily I had done a bit of research to know about the program, considering there was the first cohort. So I'd seen what the first cohort had done. So it had interested me in wanting to do what they will do. And then you see in the poster, it was a picture of some superhero. So I really wanted to be a superhero, not only in my small own way. I know I can be a hero because what's the definition of a hero? A hero is someone who saves lives. Yeah? So I want to save lives. As much as I'm not going to be having the Superman outfit, but I'll be able to help a life or two. So what Heroes for Change does, it empowers you with the skills and the knowledge. Then you, in your free time, do get to reach out to the community. So in my case, I was in the School of Five program, so I used to reach out to primary schools and go there, ask for appointments with the head teacher. Sometimes you'd get rejections whereby they're like, oh, you know, we're too busy to even have time for you to talk to us, without even hearing what you have to say. But for some, they're very welcoming, and you'd go there, ask for an opportunity, and talk to kids. So for my program specifically, what was mainly on hand washing as a hygiene practice, and I was able to reach out to schools within my area, because what Heroes for Change does, it actually allows us to reach the schools within your reach, because it's purely volunteering. So reaching to schools within your reach is easier because you're able to cut down on the cost, and yeah, you also feel better when you impact the society first, and then as you grow, your reach. So on to my second point, which was on time. So time is of essence, so a lot of essence when it comes to setting the bar for yourself, as well as building yourself to be a greater person in this life. So personally, I believe education is the passport to the future. Simply because there are immense opportunities that education can unlock for you. It unlocks your mind, it unlocks opportunities, not only in employment, but also networking and interactions. Also, education kind of sets you apart as a human being, because you're able to see the world in a different view. You're able to learn about how other people think, what informs their thinking, how other people interact, and what you need to do to be in association with a specific people, a specific organization, a specific group.
The program saw a number of students participate, and the winners were awarded at the end.
The feeling was really, really amazing. Especially in the first day now, you know, after I've been selected, and then I got the email that, you know what, you've been selected and you've been put in this program. So we were now called for an induction. So in the induction, I met so many young people who view life differently, who are doing different things, who have other organizations they're running. And me, I'm with them, sharing the same table, sharing the same ideas. You know, working together with like-minded young people was quite a thing. And specifically on this platform, the Heroes for Change platform, whereby you even try and understand people. You know, like I said, I'm coming from Gando, which is an area right here in Dagoretti South. Others coming from Kayole, others coming from other different parts of the city, and then now sharing the different challenges we share as Nairobi residents as well, and what role we as young people have to play in making the same neighborhoods a better place. So Heroes for Change had the School of Five, which was mainly for hand washing, teaching school-going children on the importance of hand washing and the right way of washing their hands. And that's the program I was in. So there's also the Super School of Five, which now, other than hand washing, it included also face washing, whereby you'd also have to reach to communities and teach them how to wash their hands as well, and now how to wash their face, especially now to reduce diseases such as trachoma. There was a brush program, which is just a program for teaching kids how to brush their teeth. Under hand washing, there's one which you're supposed to go to teach moms, expectant moms and neonate moms on the importance of hand washing, especially before handling children. So yeah, other than those 4 programs, there were other programs whereby we'd have global days, such as the Global Hand Washing Day and the World Oral Health Day, whereby we do countrywide activations with other heroes and other organizations which are taking part in the campaign. We were close to 500, so we were 100 in Nairobi, we were 100 in Kisumu, 100 in Nakuru, 100 in Eldoret. So let me just say around between 400 to 500 heroes. So it wasn't a competition, but especially for the Nairobi heroes, it turned out to be close to a competition because, you know, the moment you go to a school and then you're accepted, and then you go to another school and then you're accepted. So you see, they're tracking also the reach. So it was sort of like a positive competition, especially for some of my colleagues. So coincidentally, I was second because simply because the impact is being measured. We had numbers that everybody has reached. So I was second. The top had 34,000 and something, just slightly above me. So and then there was a third, and then there's a fourth. So the four of us, coincidentally, we used to do activations together. So we met up in one of the activations. So I remember the first time when I was reaching out to schools. So I went to a school and they're like, oh, no, your former hero was here yesterday. Then I went to another school, your hero was here yesterday. Then another time, I was like, no, I need to know who is this one who is going to the same schools I'm planning on visiting to teach the hand washing. So we partnered with her and we started doing activations together. Then after that, we met another one who was doing the same. So we ended up forming a group of 4 other than the other heroes to do activations together. So we'd challenge each other. So we do activations together, which was a bit easier. So even when you're getting rejected, you know, it's not that quite painful, you know. Yeah. Also, there are schools I know, the person doesn't know. So, and that's how I got to even reach to other schools within Nairobi, not only within my district area, but other districts, because we are all coming from different areas. So it wasn't a competition, but the process of getting the numbers, the activations, it becomes a positive competition because everybody wants to be a top hero. So the top heroes were supposed to be rewarded with internships once they are available, because Heroes Change also has partners. So if an opportunity would arise in one of the partners for Heroes for Change, then the top heroes would be considered first in such opportunities. But other than that, the top heroes also taken through mentorships, whereby we are able to talk to some of the people who are above us, who are before us rather, in the probably cohort 1, and maybe they've gotten employment into companies such as Unilever. Yeah, so they'll be able to talk to us and give us hope and encourage us to be the best in whatever we are doing.
Daniel is currently part of the advisory team in Heroes for Change, through which he continues to give back to the community.
So first, because I was in the cohort 2, which was done, so right now I'm still part of Heroes for Change, but not actively because I'm not in one of the cohorts, but I'm part of the advisory team. I was also part of the webinar organization team. So when the 2020, when COVID was quite an issue here in Kenya, we started, via some of the heroes within the organization, decided to start up a webinar program still within Heroes for Change, whereby we talk to young people. We organize all webinars whereby we talk to young people about mental health, about opportunities that are there, you know, talents, social entrepreneurship. So yeah, we'd talk about that in the webinars, and that's part of, I felt like that's actually a growth for me. Other than now doing the physical volunteering whereby you're reaching the community directly, I was able to reach out to the community, now specifically to other young people like me, especially to issues affecting us young people. So after leaving Heroes for Change, I volunteered in a couple of other projects. So I volunteered in the Kenya Model United Nations, but that one was it was mainly about MUN, Model United Nations Rules of Procedure. So I've gone to high school, I've taught kids how, on the UN Rules of Procedure. That was a bit directed towards diplomacy, because that's also an area of interest I have. I volunteered for Uvumbuzi Africa, especially in cleaning of Ololua forest. Those are mainly short-based volunteering programs whereby I hear they're calling for volunteers, I show up, I help, and I feel enlightened. I feel I've changed society in one way or the other. The whole point of volunteering is you offering yourself towards a good cause. So yeah, most of the time you're not being remunerated. Sometimes you might be facilitated, sometimes no. But even if you're not facilitated, then you chip in from your savings or you chip in from whatever amount you have, you actually feel fulfilled. Because you know this money went into a good cause. So and also, as a result of now my volunteering and Heroes for Change and other now volunteering that I've done, I applied for the International Volunteer Forum, which was held in Sochi, Russia in 2019, December. So I managed to go, and I was among the few Kenyans who represented Kenya in the global forum. So there I met other volunteers, some people who are doing sports volunteering, others are doing different volunteering in different countries, different setups, different cultural setups. And it's so nice, sharing. You are a volunteer in my own space, somebody is in a different space, but the end goal is one, making the world a better place.
He therefore plans to revisit some of the schools he visited during his participation in Heroes for Change and give back in the best way he can.
We've learned how Heroes for Change works, especially when it comes to mentoring young people. So even right now, me and some of my friends, ones who are in the Heroes for Change program, the top 4 who I was saying, so we really share a lot in common. So we recently met and we were like, okay, so we're done with Heroes for Change, but we feel like we really need to do more for the community. Why not start something, even if we're not going to have the shoulder, the name. Even if it's, the 4 of us, at least we have a couple of networks of the schools within Nairobi. We can go to the schools, talk to now the young children, especially the adolescents, and even sometimes offer career guidance. Because you see, everybody has an ambition, everybody has a goal of where they want to see themselves in the future. So, but if you don't have somebody to guide you and, tell you that, even if you choose this path, if you're dedicated to this path can lead you somewhere that, you're going to be happy and you're going to feel glad about yourself. So we are planning on not quite starting another program, but sort of like revisiting some of the schools we did while doing the program, and talk to the young people, especially now the ones who are about to leave the primary schools, heading into secondary, try to motivate them, inspire them, and give them a bit of a glimpse of how life out here is. And lay to them the pathways. So if you take this path, this is where it leads you. If you take this path, this is where it leads you. If you take this path, it leads you somewhere. So give them the options, help them make proper decisions and informed decisions in terms of their life. The future is very bright simply because you always have to be positive. The moment you add a bit of negative to your thinking, because we can only but think and foresee the future. We don't have a hand in whatever future lays ahead of us, but the moment you think about the future and you're positive, the future is definitely going to be bright. So if you set the right foundation right now, you're sure that the future is going to be bright.
On his list of gratitude is a number of people, and in conclusion, MWIKA's advice is for all to practice good deeds always.
We need to be so aware of the seeds we sow. Ile mbegu ambayo tunapanda katika maisha ya other people, let it not be a seed of hatred. Wacha ikuwe ni mbegu ya prosperity, a seed of love. We are all one people, diversified in culture, united by one flag, one color. We are all of the black race, let me say that. But no, anyway, we have a diversified people here in Kenya. So, and we're united by the one purpose, by one language, one flag, and one goal purpose, which is to unite and songeza Kenya mbele.